Hello and welcome back to Paired Up Social Media Channel. Here's the deal. When we talk about how to create a social media strategy, there's a big difference between a strategy and posting. And I think a lot of times, people just think that social media managers post and that's all they do. But Kaylee Pear, who's the CEO and founder of Paired Up, is here to tell you, no, that is not the case at all, along with her team, Valerie and Kennedy. So Kaylee, go ahead and quick introduction of yourself and let's talk about strategy.
Yeah, I'm Kaylee Pear, CEO of Paired Up, and I have Valerie and Kennedy with me. They're both social media strategists on our team that work with some of our clients. So they've got their own tips that work for them because, again, we talk about it every time. Each strategy is different depending on what your business is. And it's really important to have that. And it's funny because I've done a couple of different trainings recently where the business owner was like, I had no idea all of this went into it. I mean, a lot of people just think, okay, if I just post to social media, it'll be fine. That's not the case at all. If you want to do it correctly, which you need at this point, it's not if you want to do it, it's you need to do it correctly to be able to utilize the tool, which is one of the most important marketing tools now out there for a business owner. So if you're not doing it correctly, then you're just kind of wasting your time and wasting other people's times as well. So, when it comes to putting together a strategy, I'm going to have Valerie and Kennedy jump in here and there. But really setting clear, measurable objectives. And Valerie and I were just talking about this in regards to if you're putting together your own to-do list at home, just, hey, I need to go to the store, I need to do this, I need to do that. If you're putting something on there that you're like, I don't think I'm probably going to make it 30 minutes south to pick up that coat, you're probably not going to do it. So make sure that you're keeping realistic goals for yourself and objectives that you're going to be able to reach. So if you have a crazy idea that you want to do video wise, but the odds of you getting it done are very low, just do something simple. It doesn't have to be, huge, right, Valerie?
Yeah, I think that's also a good point is that see what worked for you in the past. Like if this is completely new for you, start with a clean slate, see what works for the first month, and then maybe create some new targets after that first month and learning what worked. It's kind of just trial and error in the beginning, but once you figure out what works for your company and what works for your customers and audience, then you'll be golden.
Yeah. And when you're looking at ideas, so you're scrolling through your Instagram, you're scrolling through TikTok, and you're like, these are all great viral posts, but this isn't me. Well, then don't do that. Make sure that you stay true to who you are and true to what your business is. As I said, everybody, you do not have to dance. You do not have to do anything crazy. If there's a viral trend going on that you can spin and make it work, I went through Instagram yesterday and I sent several posts that had nothing to do with the business that I work with and said, here's my vision for this. You can spin it and make it work for the brand. You just kind of have to, don't just do exactly what somebody else is doing. Make it work and make it, a point. And also identify your audience. I mean, if your audience is, not going to be understanding that trend or really into it, then just skip it altogether.
Do you have a lot of people who are terrified to dance? I feel like we talk about that a lot.
Yeah, no, I mean, people, that's what they associate with. They're like, oh, TikTok and the weird dances and the weird workout moves and stuff that they have to, that's not social media. But that's what a lot of people go to. I mean, it's crazy that they do that, but it's not. And it's a place to position your business or your brand out there without it being very selly. And that's our generation, right? I mean, Kennedy and Valerie, you could attest to this. You don't want to see an ad that looks like an ad.
No. And I also I don't want to see this a selling post every single time you're posting something. So having a personality, heck, if you do want to dance for one video and do a weird dance, do it. But you don't have to. You just create your personality through your social media and through your business and push it that way.
Yeah.
One of the things. Go ahead, Kennedy.
I'm so sorry. I also was just saying, I tell a lot of clients, it's kind of the, if you know your audience, you're also able to build that community, and it also paves way for a lot of trust. And if you aren't just posting the salesy stuff every day, like Valerie was saying, you're creating that kind of feel of a community, and it's a safe place to go. And you actually like this brand for the brand, not just their sales posts and whatnot. So I like that point, Valerie.
Okay, so one of the things that you get a lot, Kaylee, because we've talked about this, is that there has got to be a organic and a paid. They usually work hand in hand. Do you find that do you work with companies who don't want to do any paid advertising? I mean, I know you do, but what are your thoughts on that? Like, I know when we first started talking, when you started this 2 years ago, it was different, but things have changed.
Yeah, so there are people, I do have clients that just don't want to give, they just don't believe in giving money to Facebook or Instagram or any of those platforms. And they do organic strategy, or they can't because of the business that they're in. They're not allowed to advertise. Organic strategy is powerful. It is important. So, even if everyone's saying, oh, do these ads. Yes. Okay. If you can do ads and you want to do ads, very, very, very important. But if you don't, it does work. We have a client who's been an OG. She's worked with us since the beginning, and she has not done one single advertising post or boost or anything. And her business is doing great because she's consistently on social media. Guys, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, whatever it is, it's a free advertising platform. It is literally when people wake up in the morning, they grab their phone, they look at it, and they are ready. They're ready for you. They want to see what you're giving them. And that's advertising by itself. So you need to be organic. Your organic strategy needs to be in place before you do paid advertising. And I say that. So let's say you come to pairedupsocial.com, you say contact us, and we have a meeting. I am not going to start paid advertising for you until I've been working with you for at least a month. There are some unique experiences where if you have products you're trying to sell for Black Friday, I'll jump right in. We'll start the ads. I don't like doing that. The reason is I want to make sure that the algorithm knows you better than anybody else. So I need to make sure we're consistently posting about your brand so it learns about your brand. So then when we go to do paid advertising, we're getting that organic push on top of the paid advertising. So there's a point to your paid and organic strategy working together. I could go off on this for a really long period of time, but I do have clients that I just run their paid advertising and they run their organic, but I do help guide their organic strategy because it does have to work hand in hand. And if they're not doing their part, then essentially I'm just taking their money and really doing, not much with it. So you have to kind of work together.
Okay. So any other topics on social media strategy when you're meeting with people for the first time and you're like, all right, this is what we're going to do. We've talked about staying true to who you are, identifying your audience, organic and paid strategy, along with several other things about targets and objectives. Anything else?
Yeah. So you want to make sure that you're planning out. We say this, we have several videos within this, the content calendar, and making sure that you have your content shot and in a folder somewhere where you can pull from it and have it ready to go in advance. That's important. And then just don't get sleepy. Okay. So just because you've got a rhythm, and we have to do this too, when we're working with clients and we've been working with them for a while, we have to freshen it up a little bit. Optimize, look at what's working and what's not, what's trending, refine the strategy every once in a while. You're going to have to change it. If you're a business owner, just you may have, this works, Tip Tuesday works. Okay, well, Tip Tuesday may not work in a month or two. So maybe refining what you're working on and what you're doing. So I think that's really the most important when you're putting together that strategy. And a strategy is only going to work if you work ahead. If you're running a business and you don't have people like us doing it, then if you're not ahead, then it's not going to work. So you got to have 2 to 3 weeks of content done in advance. I say don't post for 2 to 3 weeks and build your content and then start and stay ahead. That's some advice I would give.
All right. Okay, guys. So if you are interested in that, the thing is that Kaylee and her team, do a lot of day-to-day work, but also you help people to be able to set themselves up for success as well.
Yeah, we can train you. So we can work on, getting your content calendar together, putting together some different posts and helping you think outside the box with ideas. We can make sure your profile is optimized so that if you are going to run ads, that you're not running ads and just giving money away. So there's a lot that we do to help prepare you if you do want to run them yourself. You can go to pairedupsocial.com, make sure to reach out to us, and make sure to comment below and like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. There's posts all over that, our LinkedIn, as well as all of our social platforms. There's a plethora of knowledge there that we are giving to you for absolutely free.
I know, and truly, in these videos right now, we're at 10 minutes. I mean, all the videos, most of them, I'd say 98% are less than 10 minutes.
Yep.
So we're talking stuff you can listen into in the car, on the way to lunch, whatever, super easy breezy. So thanks for your time, ladies. It's good to see you again. I'll see you on the next one.
Bye-bye.